So this video is going to cover problems with area, surface area, and combined forms. I always want you to remember, please remember that you will have such a much easier time if you just remember formula, substitution, resolution. Write the formula, substitute in the values that you have, and solve for the one unknown you do not have, and then think about it. Okay, so here we go. I pick green. Okay, let's read it. It says a rose garden is formed by joining a rectangle and a semicircle as shown below. Okay, the rectangle is 22 feet long. Look, they even put it for you. And 18 feet wide. Excuse me. Find the area of the garden. Use the value 3.14 for pi. You guys, that's really important because a lot of times you can use pi for pi, and that slight little difference between 3.14 and 3.14159, blah, 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 keeps going, actually does make a difference in the decimal value, like in the final answer sometimes. So it says, use the value 3.14 and do not round your answer. Be sure to include the correct unit. Okay, remember, if it's area, it's always going to be squared. Okay, so if you are finding area right here, area, if you're finding area, the answer is going to be squared, that whatever unit squared, and whatever that is, that's what it is. So what we do is we want to take this apart. Okay, first I'm going to draw the picture. Okay, that is the picture that we have. We have this rectangle plus the semicircle. So what you want to do is write the formula for the rectangle, formula for the area of a rectangle, which is length times width, plus what's the formula for a half circle? Well, the area of a circle is pi r squared. Well, if we don't want the whole circle, we want half of it, we cut it in half. There you go. That's the formula piece of it. Now all you do is substitute in values in. That's it. What's the length? They told you 22. What's the width? 18 plus 3.14. They told you to use 3.14. I'm sorry. This looks so ugly. I can't handle it. I'm sorry. I have to redo it. Okay. I'm going to write it smaller, I guess. Okay. So 22 times 18 plus 3.14 times the radius. Oh, wow, look, we don't have the radius, but we're smart enough to figure it out. The radius is half the circle. Well, if the whole diameter of the circle is 18, the radius is going to be 9. So 9 squared over 2. Now, you could put that in your calculator, but if you're trying to work this out by hand, the idea is PEMDAS. Okay, we don't have any grouping symbols, so exponents. This is going to be the first thing you're going to do. And 9 squared is 81. So you're going to do 22 times 18, whatever that may be, plus 3.14 times 9 squared, all divided by 2. Let me see if I can grab a calculator. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this. There is a great place, Desmos. Desmos is a fantastic graphing calculator, but you should be able to use just a dang calculator. Let's see. Do I have the ability to just do a graph calculator? Other people know how to use this slightly better than me, I'm sure. Oh, hey, here we go. Okay, so what was our problem? 22 times 18. 22 times 18 equals, oops, I guess we don't need to put the equals. Look at me, I'm learning how to do it. 396. So this is 396 plus, okay, back to Desmos. By the way, your calculators know order of operations. So here's what we could do. We can actually go plus 3.14 times 9. You can go 3.14 times 9 squared. And you need to put all of that over divided by 2. Oh man, you guys are probably going to crack up looking at me trying to figure this out. I need more symbols. I need the fraction bar. How do I get the fraction bar? Okay, let's see. There. Maybe I could do that. Okay, so this is my own way of doing it. I'm telling the calculator, because I don't know where the fraction bar is. I have to look that up, and I don't want to do that on camera. So I'm telling the calculator to do that first, and then I'm going to tell it to divide it by 2. There you go. See, and it knew what to do. And the answer is 523.17. Okay. All right. That would be 3.14 times 81 over 2. And the answer was, I have no memory for this stuff, 523.17. Here we go. 523.17. Do not forget your units. Feet squared. All right, moving on. All right, find the area and the circumference. So you need the formula, okay, for both of those. Again, formula, substitution, resolution. So here we go. The area of a circle is pi r squared. That's ugly, pi r squared, I apologize. And circumference is 2 pi r. All right, all you have to do is substitute on in. And it says use 3.14 for pi. So area equals 3.14 times 5 squared. Area equals 3.14 times 25. Area equals, and then we could do that in our calculator. 3.14 times 25, or 5 squared if you want to. Back in the day, wait, what was the answer? I didn't even see it. Me and my equal sign, 78.5. 78.5. Well, that's nice, but 78.5 what? Yards squared. Now the circumference is the distance around the circle. Okay, it's like you're gonna walk around this fence. So it's 2 pi r. C is equal to 2 times 3.14 times 5. And it's that simple. .14 times 5 times 2. Me and my equal sign. God, my brain. 31.4. Okay, that was just 10 times 3. That was easy. Okay, 31.4. So circumference is 31.4. What? Yards. Not yards squared. We're literally just walking in a line. Oh, of course, it's a bend line, but the point is it's one-dimensional. Okay, we're only walking in yards. Okay, whereas this yard square, it literally means how many squares fit inside this circle. Okay, moving on. Okay, this one is perimeter. We're going to try to measure all the way around, most likely. That's what this problem is going to ask us. Okay, so what you need to see is that this is actually nothing more than a rectangle plus a circle. Okay, so I'm going to redraw that. Okay. A training field is formed by joining a rectangle and 2 semicircles as shown below. The rectangle is 95 meters long, they put that, and 58 meters wide. There you go. Okay. What is the length of the training track running around the field? That means the whole thing. Use the value 3.14 for pi and do not round your answer. Okay. So again, perimeter. What is the perimeter of a rectangle? You could literally just go, oh, it's length plus width plus length plus width. But this is the formula. 2 times the length plus 2 times the width plus, what is the formula for the distance around a circle? The perimeter of a circle is actually called the circumference, right? So it's 2 pi r. Okay, plug in the values. 2 times the length, 95, plus 2 times the width, 58, plus 2 times 3.14 times the radius. Well, we don't have the radius, but we do have the diameter. Oh, by the way, I said that. It's funny, I say that right here. 2 times the radius is equal to the diameter. Another formula for the perimeter of a circle is pi d. It's either 2 pi r, the circumference is equal to 2 pi r, or pi times d, because 2 radius is equal to the diameter. So it's kind of faster to know that formula. There you go. So 2 times 95 plus 2 times 58. Okay, there you go. 2 times 95 plus 2 times 58 plus 58 times 3.14. 488.12. Okay, you get 488.12 what? Meters. One dimensional. Moving on. Okay, volume of a cylinder. You need to know the formula. And usually that's the reason why people can't remember how to do this. Okay, but really think of this as a stack of like circles of pennies or something. What we do to find the volume is basically we're going to take the area of whatever shape is on the bottom and multiply it by the height. So let me go ahead and erase what I just did. So I want you to see that. Okay, so here we go. What I mean to say is this is like as if you were stacking a bunch of coins. So we take the area of the coin and multiply it by the height. Okay, so it's going to be, the volume is going to be pi r squared, because that's the area of this. Actually, you know what? I should probably actually write that. The volume of a cylinder is the area of the circle times the height. All right? So volume is equal to pi r squared times h. Volume is equal to, that's the formula, substitute in. What's the radius? 5.5. And the height is 9. Okay? And it says use 3.14. So I shouldn't have written a pi right there. I should have written a 3.14. There we go. Wow. Okay. 3.14 times 5.5 times 9. Here we go. 3.14 times, I forgot. Okay, 5.5 times 9. 5.5 times 9. 155.43. Okay, volume is equal to 155. What I said? Yep, that's what I said. 0.43. All right, it is feet. Well, what are we multiplying? We're multiplying area, which is feet squared, times another dimension. You can do exponents. When we multiply two bases, we add the exponents. Volume is always going to be cubed. Always. Volume is always cubed. And let's go back real quick, just real quick, in case you get other problems. If you have something that looks like this, for example, here we go. Okay, I guess I could have done that. Okay, whatever. I'm trying. Make it look 3D. Okay, so you have this. The volume of this is going to be the area of the rectangle times this height. Okay, if you had a weird shape, like, I don't know, like maybe you have some kind of weird trapezoidal thing. Okay. The volume of this is going to be the area of the trapezoid times the h. Okay, that is just a general formula for volume. Moving on. All right, find the surface area. Surface area, for some reason, trips people up. And sometimes I think what you should do with this is take it apart. How many surfaces does this rectangle have? It has 6 surfaces, right? There is a formula for surface area, but I never remember it, so I just figure it out. I have two of these guys, correct? I have this surface and I have that one that match. I also have this bottom surface and the top surface that match, and then the front and the back, which I'm not going to color because, man, that just wouldn't be visually appealing at all. All right, so what you want to do is simply find the area of all 6 surfaces. So it's going to be the area of one side. Okay, let's call this my green area. Okay, it's going to be my green area. 2 of those. I have 2 of those, right? Plus I have 2 yellows. Okay, so it's going to be the area of that. Okay, 2 of those. Okay, there we go. Wow, I can hear the wind outside. Okay, 2 of those plus 2 of the front triangle that I did not actually fill, front and back. Okay, so again, formula substitution resolution. 2 times length times width of that plus 2 times length times width of that plus 2 times length times width of that. Okay, well, what's the length and the width of the green? This side is 5 and that side is 5. So it's 2 times 5 times 5 plus 2 times, what's the length and the width of the yellow? 7 times 5 plus 2 times, what's the length and width of the clear one? 5 times 7. So this is 5 times 5 is 25. 2 times 25 is 50. 35 times 2 is 70. 35 times 2 is 70. 140 plus 50 is 190. Okay, what are my units? What did I do? It's area. This whole time, I multiplied meter times meter, which is meter squared. Meter times meter, meter squared. And I added them. So it's going to be meters squared. Always, area is always squared. Moving on. Oh, well, that's the last problem. We're good to go.